Let's take another look at the 23.
No, I'm going, I'm sorry, I went to the 25.
Oh, 25. Okay, we'll go forward.
1925.
Let's do it.
Okay.
264092.
And on this, just about, let's call it 2 minutes or so, maybe 2, 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Let's do 3. Yeah, 2 or 3. Because I don't have as much quantity, and people have already been buying this.
Yes,
as I told you, I said when you bought the 24, just go ahead and buy the 25. The fact that I have them, and I have them at a $20 price break, is, I think, a substantial excuse me, a substantial opportunity for you. So great opportunity, like I said, hundreds and hundreds of folks on the phone. So the 1925. Well, the 24 is rare and desirable. The 25 a skosh rarer than the 1924. Okay, just a tiny bit rarer than the 24. I'm still holding the price at $59.95, still that $20 price break. Like I said, hundreds and hundreds of folks on the phone right now. I'm not limiting quantity at this point. I'm not limiting the quantity at this point. And given this, I know I have about a minute and a half left. We may give it another 30 seconds or so after that because of the availability of an incredible price break. So because I was able to get 500 of each coin.
Okay, well at this point, way less than that. 264092 to get the 1925. Of course, we started the 22, and I'll get you all the information if you're just kind of like, you're wanting to take advantage of all of them. Yeah. I'd want them all.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is just because, okay, so remember they started in 1921. Now, the 1921 in this condition is about a $500 coin because it was, it's a high relief coin. It was done in very limited quantities. In 1922, they started making it, in essence, releasing it into circulation. And we'll go back to that here in about a half a minute or so and show you that coin. They made it in fairly large quantities. Now, remember, the vast majority of those have been melted down and destroyed over the years. Okay, there's no doubt about that. And then in 1923, they made it in slightly smaller quantities, and once again, that is the bulk of the peace dollars that are out there in the marketplace. By 1924, they had reduced mintages pretty substantially. By 1925, it really started getting rare. And then by 26, 28, all of a sudden, you have very substantially rare peace dollars that run into hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. So these are what would be kind of semi-rare dates is what they are. But I'm only $59.95. I'm only $59.95 on these, which I think is just a spectacular. If we can spend just a minute, maybe, Rocky, yeah, well, just no, let's just run through all of them again.
That's what I'd love to do. Yeah, let me get you all the information.
I'll tell you what.
Okay.
Let's just put them all out there.
Let's do it.
Let's confuse everybody.
Do it.
Can we just confuse everybody?
Well, this is the way to get all 4 of the piece coins that we have.
And we just roll right across there, right there. So it's a 23 right there. We have just enough room for all 4, I believe.
Got it.
There we go. Beautiful.